It's the thrill of the quest, the love of the game. It's not about the destination. When the sun and moon meet in the wanderlust of Sagittarius, you get reminded about the journey, how long it's taken you to get where you're at, the friends you've made along the way, people there for a reason and season, and honoring all that in the process. The key to Sagittarius energy is following your passions no matter where it goes, since passion evolves in whispers from every fiber of our being. Whatever fuels you most, that makes you want to learn and become greater at, that's what's starting to come up for this new moon. Over the past few years, I want to say that following your intuition has probably been harder than ever. We get bombarded every single day by a list of random philosophies coming from who knows who, everyone saying something different. At a certain point, what is right? It's hard to not have an opinion in a very opinionated world at this point. But does that mean that your opinion should shrink beneath the opinions of everyone else's? This new moon is trying to remind you that difficult takes a day, but impossible takes a year. And as you explore the quest of seemingly impossible tasks, be surprised when you realize that it was always within your reach. And you might have just been feeling that for a reason. When it comes to the sign of Sagittarius, it's about the love of thought. Pondering, if you will, exploring life's mysteries as they appear to you, and trust me, they just will. There's something super special about seeing something that brings like a twinkle to your eye and you can feel it the whole entire time. Maybe it's you dating someone that you thought was out of your league, or getting that promotion that you never thought would even happen. Those random moments of, wow, I really did that, huh? Is the kind of passion that the Sagittarius energetic lives by. There's a need to uphold abundance and opulence through their use of optimism. However, it's not from a place of just being happy-go-lucky like most people have been led to believe. If there's one thing the Sagittarian energy honors most, is wisdom. How do we pay homage to those who came before us while also being able to make our own mark in that process? There's a need to learn different cultures just to see where everyone's coming from. There's a need to have friends from all different types of places just so you can see the grand scale of what the world looks like. And most importantly, what's the philosophy of the people that you're dealing with, considering everybody's different under the stars we wander. Shameless plug, go subscribe to my newsletter. But even to add to that, under the stars we wander is showing that despite all the differences that we have in the world, and despite how you even view or see the stars, we still walking as they keep on spinning. And it's this kind of cosmic irony that really does fuel Sagittarius's passion. The world's a puzzle, and typically they're willing to explore that. As a matter of fact, there's a certain romantic part to that exploration of self. And ideally, they also, as an energetic, want to see that type of expression in the people that they care for and love. People can only go as far as their upbringing, who they're becoming, what they choose to change, and how they choose to develop over the course of life. Meaning everybody has a different view about everything all the time, no matter what. And it's Sagittarius' role to respect all of the places where that's coming from and then put together the big picture of what that looks like. With this new moon in Sagittarius, I must say there is a very strong no on creation, because through the process of creation, that flow state or that game breaker energy that people get when they're doing something they love, that's when magic starts to happen. It's through that heightened emotion and that ability to tap in. But that's a conversation for another time. When you are in those moments though, it's harnessing the wind, channeling the universe's will in that one moment. And the influence of the Sagittarian fire wants you to remember your power and worth in that process. I was talking in my last live stream about Simba from The Lion King and how he's very much a Sagittarian trope. The young prince who runs from the kingdom to find his own peace, to have to come back and then take over and be the king, which is actually similar to the story of Zeus, if you really think about it. All that to say, one of the most critical quotes in that movie that really highlights that from my standpoint is when Mufasa is talking to Simba about the kingdom and why it means what it means. And when Simba says, "And this will all be mine," and Mufasa replies, "Everything the light touches." And this is really the Sagittarian trope of going beyond just what's in front of you. There's a deeper layer to a deeper level. And the more you learn to trust the fire of your own heart, the easier it is to try not to control where it goes. Because at the end of the day, what Sagittarians honor most is freedom. They are the pioneers of free will. So this new moon in Sagittarius, where's your heart taking you? And most importantly, who's cool enough to come along with you? And if you're still confused about what the new moon in Sag means in general, I was born under the darkest night of December, into the darkness of the new moon. Just take it from me that I know a little bit about this transit. Speaking of, let's do this. Now that you're done seeing my pretty face, here are the 3 most notable things happening during this new moon in Sagittarius to keep in mind as you bring in your manifestations. First things first, the trine Mars and Leo has to this new moon in Sagittarius. This is going to be bringing out a raw eroticism and an energy of desire and unfiltered self-expression. Leo represents the uninhibited love for life, the kind of fire that makes your heart race and your spirit feel alive. Now, this eroticism isn't just a physical thing. It's the electricity of your being fully engaged with your own vitality. If nothing else, make sure that you open up room to have you feel like you're really taking your power back. There's a lot of possibility and pleasure that can come from this new moon in Sag. Now, the real question is, what makes you feel most alive in ways that you can't fully capture? Also, how can you channel that energy into something creative, bold, and unmistakably you? This is what this trine is about. It's kind of impossible to ignore. So set your intentions for love, art, self-discovery, and that's going to help with this part of the new moon. The second thing that I have to bring up is the square over to Saturn in Pisces, which I'm going to call the weight of wisdom. Saturn is a grounding force. It's the wise elder that reminds us that passion without discipline is a fleeting dream. In Pisces, Saturn's lessons have been more on the dreamy side, and the subtle boundaries between reality and imagination have been really tapped into the intuition throughout the collective. The square feels like a tension between the thrill of the quest and the need for structure, which can honestly lead to a little bit of self-doubt. Whether your dreams are practical or you're having resistance taking the next best step, the message isn't to stop, but it might be to slow down and to take consideration for the long term during this new moon. So the question is, are your goals aligned with your higher purpose, or are they fueled by momentary whims? Also, how can you capture and create a container to hold your vision without snuffing out its flame? The magic of the square is in the ability to challenge you to refine your intentions. Saturn asks, if you build something, make it enduring, and balance it with the Sagittarian expansive energy, and the foundation that you make with this manifestation can truly last the test of time. Last but certainly not least, we have Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. Now, on the opposite end of this new moon, Jupiter in Gemini is really showing that there's this layer of introspection and duality that's going to be taking place in this process. Jupiter in Gemini is about curiosity and gathering information, but because it's retrograde, we're going more inward into ourselves, asking us to reflect on the questions we think that we know. This combination of energy asks you, are you overcomplicating your dreams with too many different options or distractions? And also, how can you trust your intuition to guide you even when logic and emotion seems to be at odds? In terms of manifestation, this influence on this new moon reminds us that sometimes looking back is the key to moving forward. You gotta remember where you come from to know where you're gonna be at. It's a time to revisit old ideas, refine your plans, and make peace with any lingering doubts. So to wrap this all up and how this all comes together is that the trine to Leo is going to ignite your passion to your creativity. The square to Saturn is going to ground you to make sure that you're rooting in practicality. Jupiter retrograde is going to make sure that you reflect on your highest truth, because this new moon is not for half-hearted manifestation. It's about committing fully to the fire within, while still respecting the limits and lessons in the process. So, are you ready to harness the energy? Now that we've detailed the in-betweens of the desire and discipline coming through, let's talk about how this new moon in Sagittarius is going to be specifically impacting your sign. Okay, so since you're still here, as we can see, let's start to dig into what this means for all of the signs, right? I'm going to be going in order this time, despite what I normally do. And if you want more confirmation, just book a reading. That's the easiest thing to do. Anyway, let's dig into this. I find it so ironic that I start this off and we have the Wheel of Fortune, if you can see. I do think that's mad funny. Anyway, let's get into this for the sign. We're going to start off with Aries. Let's do it. All right, Aries, this is for you. Anyway, let's see what we got for Aries. So this is happening in your 9th house, Aries, but just know that as you gain a better understanding and expansion of the knowledge and wisdom that you've been aiming to gain, there is some work that comes along with it. This work is supposed to be very positive and put you towards your goals in a way stronger direction than you can ever imagine, but there is work to be done. Do not make the work the problem. The work is going to be what actually gives you the success on the other side. Now, who we got? This right now is for Taurus. Let's get it. So for Taurus, we have the Hierophant, which is actually the Taurus card. So Taurus, this is actually happening right now in your 8th house, right? And because this is going on in your 8th house, you're starting to dig into a different sense of transformation and intimacy. And I think what's really happening is you're gaining a certain sense of confidence that I don't think that you had before. So for Taurus, this new moon is going to remind you that you do really have all that it takes to achieve the things that you actually want. All right, so Gemini, let's get it. So for the Geminis in the building, we got the Lovers card. We got another card that matches the Zodiac, right? And the Lovers card is one of those situations to where you're going to be really allowing yourself to speak through the communication of love, talk about the real in-betweens of what's going on. And I think if you are single, you don't got to be. And that's all I got to say on that. And it's in your 7th house of partnership. So, wow, look at that. Look at us go. All right. And for Cancer, let's see what we got for you. Wow. So for Cancer, this is going to be happening over in your 6th house of daily life and routine. And Cancer, you're digging into this nostalgia bag for this Mercury retrograde. Use your nostalgia in order for you to flavor and season things, just like old grandma used to. No, but really, this is a way for you to really dig back into the past in order to bridge up the future the way that you've been anticipating. And how are you building your lifestyle around what you know used to work for you? And how can you make it modern right now? You know? So, all right. So this right here is for Leo. Wow. Leo, this is happening in your 5th house. Creativity, joy, and all that good stuff. Speaking of, oh, look at that. The 10 of Pentacles. It looks like y'all are landing in a really good situation in terms of stability, whether that be financial, whether that be through like family vibe. Honestly, this is a really, really good card right now in terms of what's going on with this new moon. Make sure that you're looking and leaning into manifesting the abundance of your creativity more than you anticipate. You'd be really surprised about how far you can go with that, right? Okay, Virgo. See what's up for you. Bang. Virgo. Since this is happening over, I'm dropping everything. This is happening over in your 4th house of home. Wow. Oh, we also have the nostalgia card for you. Let me pull one more time just in case that's a tarot mishap, you know. Let's double check. Okay, tarot. Sorry. 6 of Pentacles, retrograde things. 6 of Pentacles, you're given the idea of learning how to give and take. Actually, Virgo, I'm seeing this as you finding a need to be more charitable. And I think it's through this giving of gift or you really being of service to others that's going to actually lead you into your wish fulfillment that you may not have wondered. So you just being the helpful rendition of how you are is going to benefit everybody greatly. Dope. Libra. So we have this going in your 3rd house of communication. So, I forgot to smack it. Lit. So for Libra, right? We have the Six of Wands. You're going to be marching in like nobody business. You're going to be like, this is my world, and you're just here sitting in it. This is one of these situations, Libra, to where I think your power is really going to start to be shown in a way that you didn't anticipate. And it's actually going to be bringing you a lot of prosperity. So definitely push your ideas forward. I had to cut this in between because I almost ran out of memory on my card. Don't do that. Anyway, so Scorpio, this is for you. So what's going on in your second house? This is in the house of values and resources, right? So we actually have the Strength card. Scorpio, I think that y'all are about to have a really strong turnaround when it comes to finance, when it comes to money situations. I think you're going to be able to actually start to make money through your passion, which is going to be really cool. If you don't already do that, this is going to be a new highlight on why your passion outweighs the rest of the zodiac in a lot of cases. And that's going to be your strengths. Definitely lean into that in that process. All right. So for Sag, shout out my Saggies. Happy birthday to us. Anyway, this is happening in your first house. Let's see what card that we have. When it comes to this, we have the Lovers card. Sag, we about to get some shaboink. Yeah, let me stop. Oh, nah, but for real, when it does come to the Lovers card, Sag, you got to remember your lust for life. You got to remember that, like, we're the ones, we are the true romantics of the zodiac. Despite what everybody say, everyone's like, oh, Sagittarius are fleeting. Now we just didn't like you like that. How about that, huh? Anyway, but the end, right, is that when it comes to the Lovers card, it's really trying to get you into a more romantic space with your world, and most importantly, yourself. So this is like a time to kind of like really kind of treat yourself a little bit. Sag, it's your season, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get in for Capricorn, right? So Capricorn, this is happening in your 12th house. This is your house of the subconscious, the house of undoing, the house of the hidden, and all that. So we have the King of Wands. So Capricorn, despite you being in this very intensive, having to like ponder the world state, you're actually getting into a lot of grandiose passion and ideas. Passion, I keep saying and over again. What this really is that you're going to be able to execute on the ideas that you have. Ooh, it's out of focus. It's out of focus. Wow, we got it again. But genuinely speaking, when it does come to this King of Wands, Capricorn, you're going to be really taking the lead in the forefront on trying to like put the magic out into the world, and you're going to do it. So that's going to be for Capricorn. Who we got next? Now we got Aquarius, right? I didn't miss nobody, I don't think. If so, I'm sure y'all will let me know down below. Speaking of, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm a YouTuber now. You know, I made a YouTube video. I've been scared to do this for a long time. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in the 11th house for you, right? So it's about community, long-term vision, and all that good stuff as well. All right. So as this is happening in Aquarius, what we got? We have the Six of Pentacles. Aquarius, unlike Virgo, where I think Virgo is going to be doing a lot of giving in this part, I think Aquarius, you're finally taking the stuff that you deserve. Like you're like literally like, you know what? Nah, this is my bag. Actually, you want to know what? Nah, this is for me. Give me my stuff. Show me my love. Do my dance, right? Aquarians, I think that you're really getting into this new position and stance, especially when it comes to like the outer world. As we enter into Pluto and Aquarius, people are going to start looking to you, but like you're in the state of like taking right now. It's like, if there's something for you to take it. Because genuinely speaking, it's probably Pluto just trying to put you on to what the rest of your 20-year saga of Pluto and Aquarius is going to look like. So keep that in mind. Also, the last thing for Pisces, right? Pisces, this is happening in your 10th house, your house of career and all that good stuff. Let's see what's up. All right, so we have for you the Justice card. Pisces, I think I pulled this for you last time. Whatever karma gotta get cleared is about to get cleared. You know what I'm saying? Whether you were in the wrong, being extra in the waters of the universe, or someone was doing you wrong, or both, this is going to actually equate and equal out the scales in this regard. Now, if you didn't do nothing wrong, this could be like a turnaround from a very past injustice, and it's finally kind of coming to roost in that regard. So that is my quick shot part for all of these. I forgot to hit the rest of these. So There you go. Anyway, appreciate y'all for showing up. Thank you for being here, and make sure that you book a reading and all that good stuff. If you do it before my birthday, it'll make me feel really special. Anyway, even if you don't, that's cool too. Yeah, it's my first YouTube video. After a year of working on editing, I have a lot more stuff ready. Just excited. Also, masterclass coming soon on Jupiter. Anyway, much love, y'all. Peace.